So here's what I got on my IELTS. I thought I might have done pretty well on my writing as well, but here's what I got. When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? Not even 6. I mean, look at my listening, look at my reading and speaking. A little bit confused, but I was still pretty confident. So I enrolled in the writing course, worked really hard for 2 extra months. I improved, but only improved by 0.5, from 5.5 to 6. It was a total disappointment. I had no freaking clue what went wrong and what I should do next, and my confidence no longer existed. Every inch of it vanished. On the verge of giving up, I decided to give it one more go. So this time, I decided to change things up and do something differently. So I did one thing, and one thing only, for a month. Surprisingly, a month later, I made it. I got a 7. I'll explain what I did in a minute. The reason I scored high in everything except the writing was because I made a mistake that everybody's made, resorting to big words and templates. The thing is, big words are not going to give you a 7 if they are irrelevant to the topic. Language does not carry any meaning if it fails to address a question, so addressing the question should always be the most important thing. Templates represent a way of thinking, but only one limited way of thinking. You can imagine it as a square block, and IELTS questions as various shapes of holes, triangular, circular, whatever. You'll never be able to fit your square block into a circular hole, no matter how hard you try. So your only chance to score high is to be lucky enough to get a square-shaped question that matches your square-shaped template. And they have to match perfectly because even squares come in different sizes and shapes, right? So I say don't rely on your luck unless you got a lot of money to burn. Then you can do whatever you want. So simply put, templates don't address question fully. That means you may have a wide vocabulary, a good grasp of grammar, but you're gonna remain at a 6.5 max. Even worse, constantly scoring low can often drive students to increase their complexity of language, leading to more errors and even lower score, and this becomes a vicious cycle with every improvement leading to a lower and lower score. Very depressing, but that kind of explains why I only got 5.5 and 6. So how did I make the jump to 7 and then later 7.5? The answer is by understanding IELTS writing comprehensively. Understanding it is more than language. If you studied the marking criteria, you know that there are 4 criteria. Your language ability is actually assessed by grammar, lexical resource. Then the other 2 criteria, test response, cohesion, and coherence, actually assess your academic writing skill. And that means you must be able to write topic sentences, give a clear opinion, develop your arguments sufficiently, link everything, all the information in a logical and succinct manner by using signposts, word chains, referencing, and etc. And most importantly, addressing the question fully. If you can't do that, you stay at a 6.5 or below, simple as that. So what you need is not template. What you need is the ability to customize a template-like structure according to the question. If it's a circular question, you build a circular template. If it's a triangular question, you build a triangular template. So you can be sure you are answering the question, your language makes sense, and the examiner has easier time to give you a higher score. This means you must change your template-first mindset to question-first mindset. Don't start by memorizing templates. Start by reading a lot of high-quality model answers and making effort to understand how they build a structure by linking ideas to fully address the question. Read, and don't stop reading. Once you've done enough reading, you gotta spend a serious time thinking about what they share in common. And you'll notice they often say something like this in the introduction, and they often use another way to say something else to mirror what they said in the introduction. You also discover how they link the first paragraph to the second one. If you pay enough attention to details, you might even discover the linking of each sentence. And most importantly, everything serves one purpose: to answer the question fully. By doing this, you start to develop your own building blocks with which you can customize any kind of structure according to the question. In other words, you've gone from only having one or a few templates to numerous templates that's customizable, and you can now pick and choose and create the most suitable one to the question. And that's how you become confident to score at least a 7 on test response, cohesion, and coherence. Without such ability, 6.5 is your ceiling, and this is also why I only scored to 5.5 and only improved by 0.5 to 6 after 2 months hard work, because it's a stupid hard work done on the wrong thing. So don't make the same mistake. And with the ability to manufacture your own structure accordingly and flexibly, you'll stop worrying about unexpected questions, because there's no question you cannot answer. You always start from the question. You have a much easier time to score a 7 in writing. And you'll continue to benefit from this ability during your overseas study, because it makes your academic writing easier. I for myself continue to use those structures I learned from IELTS writing for my TESOL master program here in Australia, and thanks to it, I graduated with a 6.5 GPA out of 7. There are more benefits, but for now, you gotta forget about the big words and templates and really focus on answering the question and putting together your own structure. Alright, so I hope you have fun watching this one. My name is Kevin. This is an IELTS series where I document my journey of going from IELTS Band 5 to Band 8.5. In the next one, we'll find out the only tactic that you need for IELTS listening and reading. And this is what helped me to score a 9 in listening and 8.5 in reading. Honestly, this is a one and only tactic that you need for listening and reading. Anything else is just BS if not common sense. So I guess I'll catch you guys later in the next one. Bye.